Hello, Libra, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to my channel. Okay, if you're new, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscription. Okay, so what I like to do is to give you more of a roasting type reading, ladies and gentlemen, and this reading is mostly suitable for those of you who feel dead inside, or you're just taking life a bit too seriously, or you're just feeling spiritually exhausted, and you'd like to gain some insight into your situation, or I'm going to provide you some black humor, if you will, about your situation, okay? This reading is general, ladies and gentlemen, so it certainly will not resonate for each and every one of you out there, but for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it offers you the valuable insight that you're seeking, and perhaps you might laugh at yourself. This reading is valid until the end of this month. If it resonates, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit Libras, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So each and every one of you receives future readings, all right? So let's see what we have here in terms of what I'm seeing that's surrounding you, or that spirit wants you to at least take a look at, if you will. All right, let's select a few cards here from the bottom here and see what messages we get. So, Libras, I'm kind of feeling here that in a given situation, you guys have really failed the test here. You fail to recognize the red flags in a given situation. It could be connected with something romantic, or it could be work related here. Okay, you ignored warning signs. It looks like you were just attracted to someone who just brought you so much drama, and it looks like the universe warned you about this and you just ignored things here. So it could be, as I said, connected with a romantic situation, or it could be connected with a work situation. Ladies and gentlemen, apply the energies however they resonate within your situation here. Okay? And I feel that a lot of you, you know, you tend to blame retrogrades or blame the moon for your circumstances here, okay? Or you just simply make excuses, for things that don't go your way. But again, you had control over your situation. I'm kind of feeling here by looking at that other card that we have here, because it shows that you failed to recognize red flags in a given situation, okay? And you projected your own emotions onto something that might have not benefited you. Okay? So you're blaming the moon again, if you will, here. So again, connect the energies however they resonate within your given situation, okay? I'm also seeing or feeling too that everything has become a bit too much for you guys in a given situation. You're panicking. You feel like you're mentally overloaded here. It's all just, has become too much here. So again, think about your situation and try to blend these messages to make them make sense for your particular situation here. Okay? I also feel that you guys are very overstimulated, if you will, in public here. You're having panic attacks, or you're feeling everyone is watching you or talking about you in some sense that I'm kind of getting here. Okay? Now let's see what spirit is saying connected with your what might have occurred in your past here. So we're revisiting your past to see. And as I said, I feel that for many of you, a lot of this stuff is connected with your romantic situation. But again, you can determine what aspect or area of life to which these messages apply, okay, here. But I'm kind of seeing in the past here, it looks like you were warned. I'm kind of getting, again, we're looking at the card that fell to the bottom of the deck here, ladies and gentlemen. We have here that, you failed to recognize these red flags here. And it looks like you might have connected yourself in a situation where you knew was not a good situation for you. It looks like you were warned. Or someone might have warned you about this situation before, leaning into it. And you just went in with complete abandon here. Okay? And this card said you knew it and you ignored it. Okay? You didn't trust your intuition. You just betrayed yourself, that I'm kind of getting. You chose to remain ignorant. So again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that is applying to a romantic situation with you guys. But again, apply it to whatever situation, that it applies to. Like I said, it seems like it could be also connected with something work related too here. So let's see where you at with present. Yeah, I do feel that it's connected with something romantic for many of you here, because I feel that in the present, you guys are constantly singing that same old love song. You know, you're replaying the breakup. So this is certainly talking about someone from whom you've been estranged, that you're still focused heavily on this person that I'm kind of getting. Some of you are feeling guilt, or you're over analyzing things here, mental loops here that I'm seeing here, just as this card is kind of showing. All right. I feel that what's hidden in this situation, all of this is going to lead you to a state of vulnerability that I'm kind of getting. Excuse me. And we're looking at things that are hidden, of which you may not be cognizant at this time. But it certainly is going to surface, I'm kind of getting. I'm seeing many of you crying in the shower, or just feeling an emotional breakdown, or feeling isolated in some type. Very vulnerable, that I'm getting over this breakup. That it looks like that this is talking about here. Okay. Let's give you some advice here, ladies and gentlemen, here. Practical advice that, of course, if you heed it, it will certainly help you along the way here. Okay? Spirit is saying here that a lot of you are dodging growth here. Like it's homework. You're fearing change here, I'm getting. You're fearing to move out of your comfort zone. So one of the things that, Spirit certainly wants you to embrace change and to surrender fear here. That would help. And to get out of your routine way of doing things here. Okay? And perhaps you might want to consider stop treating drama as if it is a therapy type session for you guys here. I'm seeing a lot of misprocessing, with you guys. So let's pull another card here, ladies and gentlemen, and Libras. If this reading resonates, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button. It looks like that you guys need to make a decision here. I'm seeing like a mind fog here surrounding you guys here. You're indecisive, a lot of you, okay? And perhaps you need to change your perspective. So with that said, Libras, this is your reading. I certainly hope that it has offered food for thought. Remember to connect the energies to however they resonate in your situation, okay? And if this reading resonates, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share